Hey guys, Steve here at the Fitness Hub, and today I'm going to do another recipe for you. And you know, or you don't know, that I cook all my meals for the week ahead on a Sunday for work, and it's such a time saver, lifesaver. I completely recommend it. I used to cook two smaller meals, and now I'm just making things even easier and just putting it into one meal. At the end of the day, it's going to make very little difference to me, and I can eat virtually any amount of food that I give myself. This week I'm going for a beef and bean hot pot. So got my beef, just some steak mince, lean steak mince. I used to go for extra lean, but I am not fussy, so just lean it is. Then 2 tins of baked beans, so that's the bean mince component, and then it's a load of veg. So I'm going to put in some peppers, celery, carrots, and then it's potatoes. Add some lean pairings and a stock cube for flavour, and in fact I think I'm going to also add where is it? Some Tabasco for a bit of a kick, because who doesn't like a bit of a kick? So the ingredients are laid out there, and hopefully you can follow a bit of a step-by-step guide of how I'm going to cook this up. It's very simple, it's pretty damn cheap. The most expensive thing here are just the beef, and it wasn't madly expensive, so it's overall not too bad a expense of a meal, and it should be very big. Actually, I was going to do a bit of a, for those of you who haven't used MyFitnessPal, or don't have a diary, a food diary, I recommend you use MyFitnessPal. I recently bought this iPad mini. I thought it would be very useful for clients, and actually it is quite useful, but I'll show you. So today it will be Monday, and I'll add it to meal 2 because it will be lunch. It just crashed. So MyFitnessPal isn't working on my iPad. Let's see if I can get it working on my phone. Very similar thing. So it'll be Monday or Tuesday, it'll be the whole week. Add to meal 2. So I've got, what have I got here? Got this mince, and actually it might be even easier if I just scan it. So this is a scanner, it's in the top right. You just hover over it, it will search and it will find it. So it wants 100 grams, and obviously I've got 500 grams, so 5 days, yep, 100 grams is correct. And you can always check it, spot check your work, your diary. Can't so much easy on this or on the veg, but I will be able to on the beans. So if I scan the beans, let's do it. So let's see, add meal 2, then there's a little scanner. For those of you who have done this is going to be very boring. So let me find, oh, a massive fail. Okay, because it's a multi-pack, it's not on there. This is the sort of thing you have to deal with as a person who tracks all their food. I don't recommend everyone does this at all. So back at the baked beans, multi-pack, so it didn't work. So I'm going to scan here. It's searching, and it has found 100 grams of baked beans. So basically, to spot check that this is correct, you look at, that says 100 grams is 81 calories, so that's easy enough to spot check. 100 grams, 81 calories. Because sometimes they update foods, they update MyFitnessPal, or they don't, and it can be out of line. So, also, interestingly enough, on these sort of ones, not so much, because this has sauce in it. For other beans it will say dried weight, so you just have to be careful of that. For the variable ones that are not like branded, so like peppers, onions, you can just literally go I'll just do one for an example because you don't want to watch me doing this all day. I probably already have it, but carrot. I mean, carrots are carrots, so if I want to go for just carrot battens, which are just processed carrots basically that are cut into sticks, it'll be the same. And then I add those in. Obviously I need to weigh all that out before I can add those in, but that is essentially how I'm going to do it, and then I'll see what it comes to, the meal in total. It's very easy, very simple. You can customize how many meals you want and snacks and stuff. So that's a little tutorial. So first things first, we're going to add our beef along with paper. Add the stock cube to it. Preferably I'd have a beef stock cube. So I've washed and cut up my veg here, and I'm going to add it to the pan. So let's do that. As you can see, all the veg is in there now, looking very colourful. So I'm going to put the kettle on, as we're going to need some boiling water to help cook down this veg. So you can see here I've also added in the potatoes, and so I'm going to add this conservatively, because stir it a bit more and then just lid it and wait probably about 15 minutes, come down, check it, see how the water's going, if it needs any more liquid, and basically you want the vegetables to soak all the liquid. So it's been about 20 minutes and everything is pretty soft right now. Let's go, baby beans. These are, I don't know if you might have seen, they're like reduced sugar and salt ones. If you haven't got any problems with sugar and salt, then don't worry about it. These are just ones we had in. Some Tabasco. So you can be as generous as you feel. These two guys here, for the amount you use spread over a number of days, is very negligible calories. Sometimes I add them in, sometimes I don't. It's kind of like the stock. It will give you, all of them together, to be fair, will probably give you just under 10 calories. Which, again, like I say, I check these things, they add up over time, but 10 calories isn't going to mean the difference between weight gain and weight loss or that sort of thing. So you can see that's still very, very soggy. In the meantime, funnily enough, I'm actually trying to make some protein bars. So at the moment I've got oats, whey, and some mixed dried veg. I don't know, veg to you? No, these are mixed dried fruit. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to add eggs, probably some water, peanut butter and honey to this. See how that goes. I'm not doing a video on it because I think it could be horrendous, but I'm experimenting. To some this might look really bad, but to me it looks quite good to me. It looks like one massive cookie at the moment. So I am experimenting with the heat, 200 degrees. Just gonna leave it in there for a while. Should be better if it goes in this way. See how it goes. This was only meant to be 4 portions. But 400 calorie portions each. This thing's growing. It's growing a lot. Mad. Whoa. Looks pretty good. So here are the 4 hot pots. They are quite liquidy. Like I say, I recommend you don't use as much liquid as I did. I got it so almost all of the vegetables were covered. Probably a good inch. You probably want a good 2 inches, like halfway covering them. Not covering them at all, so halfway under them. I made 4 portions because I realised I'm off Friday, going to Thorpe Park. And just a note on this epic bar, I cooked it for about 12 minutes. It's looking pretty good, so I'm just going to let it cool, see how it goes. I think I'll cut it into 8 and then 8 200 calorie slices. And if this works well, look at that, kind of written like a muffin. I'm very little experience cooking this sort of thing, so it looks quite good. so that'll be interesting. Well, so my main meal might not work really well, but the snack that because I used to cook 2 meals, I'm now taking a protein bar type thing instead. More so because it was a bit weird eating a cooked meal on the train. This is a bit easier. So I've got, these are cut into 8 portions. It was anyway. I've got 2 portions in here. So it's 200 calories per square of one of those. And so there's 400 calories in here. And that's a hefty, like, it's heavy. It is a heavy amount. Comes to about 120 grams for 2 of these. So yeah, 400 calories. And looking quite good. I mean, they're not, the ingredients aren't exactly what I wanted them to be. But I have to try one. What time is it? I'm not really hungry now, but I have to kind of save these for work. I might eat one today. I might eat that one today because it's a slightly awkward type of thing. So actually, let's try a bit now, just to have a look. They might taste terrible, but they're kind of cakey. I did put in baking powder, so that kind of happens. The flavour of whey you choose will dictate the flavour of them, I think, because I use toffee and these taste very toffee, which is a bit of a strange taste for what it is, but yeah, it's nice. And definitely go for putting something in the middle. I think chocolate chips probably be nicer. I've got dried fruit in here, so yeah.